Okay, I'm gonna watch it now. Okay, okay.
じゃあ今まさに空を動いているのは何なんです？
I wanna say, like, or since I started watching it, oh my god, like I, okay, okay. Uh, right, I would say since I started watching Orb, I always like, I the thing is I have already liked like astronomy ever since I don't know, ever since I was a kid. I was always like very interested in that, you know, that kind of thing. And now it's not only just that. The thing is, it's not just that. I feel like I feel like right now the formula to get a good, like really well written story is by basing it on a real story, right? Real events. This thing this story is all that like all is all about like um is all based on the time where we still believe that the earth is flat, like everyone, and not flat. I mean, the earth is the center of the universe. Like everyone still believe that the earth is the center of the universe at the time. And the story is about how the main character deals with how to like with the perspective of that. Um, um, thinking that thinking that the thinking otherwise is a sin, you know, like it's wrong to think that. I think it's kind of like right now, to be honest, like it's kind of like how it is right now, but it's in reverse. Like we already know, like everyone know that the earth is not the center of the universe, that it is the heliocentrist, technically, kind of, because uh, even our sun is already like rotating, or rather like moving towards something else, right? But if like to put it to perspective, I feel like they were they are like how like uh, a gale like fat earth right now when it comes to like dealing you know dealing at the whole world, thinking that thinking that one thing is the truth, whereas the small percentage of people think that this is actually the truth. Like this is like the kind of stuff, you know. And I'm like, it's very, it's also like very, it's very heavy. It's very philosophical. Yeah. I was like, I'm so like I like this kind of stuff, but also like also like I have to like balance it as well. If I watch this yet, uh, I gotta watch like slice of life or something afterwards. Like I'm gonna need to watch. I don't know, like maybe trash isekai or trash romance after this. Yes, this is so. It's already so heavy. It's all. It's all. It's kind of like it makes you think. and I like that. I really like that. But, it's not something like you can't watch this, and then afterwards you watch like Monster, and then after that you watch like Attack on Titan. Your brain's going to be fried. Your brain needs a break. Right? Okay. I gotta watch. God damn it.
じゃあ今まさに空を動いているのは何なんです？
地球だ。
地球ってそんなわけ？え？地球？
You have never seen an anime like this before. Peak is one of the most overused words in the anime community right now. I swear, people are calling anything peak now, as long as it's the newest shiny thing to enter our community. Hot new.
Sorry. Wait. I gotta change the subtitle. Uh,
Right now. I swear, people are calling anything peak now, as long as it's the newest shiny thing to enter our community. Hot new show everyone seems to be talking about. Peak. Flashy well animated fight scene just dropped. Hey, this man has aura. It's been so.
I feel like when I watch like Jujutsu Kaisen season 3, like, when I watch like
Drops.
I thought it really like really like I thought it would be really I will be really hyped when I watch it because everyone was like gassing on it so much, right? Because it's the big story about Gojo, but I mean I like the big moments, but also maybe I'm too old, or I don't know. It's like sometimes like I feel like it's not really like I don't know, man. It's like uh, fighting is not enough to make me, make me think that a season is high or you know peak. Like Demon Slayer.
Community.
Demon
Hot new
Slayer.
show everyone seems to be talking about.
Demon Slayer
Peak.
is
Flashy well
kinda
animated
different
fight scene just dropped.
than
Hey,
Jujutsu as well. Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer. I don't know. It's like it's much simpler as well than Jujutsu. I thought Jujutsu maybe Jujutsu is kind of like Bleach. Like it maybe is inspired by Bleach, but I don't watch. I haven't watched Bleach yet, so I don't know. But I like how I like how their vibe is. I like how their vibe really. Like it's such a cool, such a cool kid kind of thing. I haven't watched this.
Now, show everyone seems to be talking about. Peak. Flashy well animated fight scene just dropped. Hey, this man has aura. Oh, bro, that's fucking peak. It's been used so much that when a series comes along that embodies what that word should mean, I don't even want to call it that in case it cheapens the experience it brings. But recently, a show was me fucking peak. In anime of the year, it's up there as possibly my anime of the decade. Say that full well this decade, like Freeman, Dana, and Vinland Saga. That show was all on the movie to be done.
Dude, like how? Everybody wants to go. Please say it.
Instantly, as beautiful as it is racial and like many of the truly greats, as something I feel many of us need to hear. A show that to me is not just an anime of anime season, even anime of the year. It's right up there as possibly my anime of the decade.
That's right.
So, and Vinland Saga. That show was all on the movement to the earth.
So when I started watching this, when I started this, I was kind of doubtful because I don't want to, this. Okay, I have only heard of this anime first from Ida as well, and then since I'm a Trash Taste fan, right? I watched them, and they were talking about it, and they were like, "Yep, this show is good." Like him, and then also Carl said it as well, and I'm like, okay, I will watch it. Maybe it's actually hype. And then, of course, people in Twitter also are talking about it as well. Right? It's like some kind of like it's like summertime rendering when they were airing because it's like it's not something that you like the obvious title that will get popular. But it's like it's something that you don't like. It's not something that's on everyone's radar and radar, radar. It's not in some. It's not in everyone's radar that they when someone stumble upon it, they oh shit, this thing is actually really good. But then the thing is, it's like it's it's like Wonder Egg priority as well. Wonder Egg priority, people were talking about it when it was airing, and it was like it was good. The thing is, people were saying it's good, and then it turns out it was kind of disappointing. Well, for me though, it was not really disappointing, but it was like it was not like really. It's not like the most groundbreaking. You know, it's still good. Yes, yeah. Wonder Egg priority. Um, what's it again? Summertime rendering. Summertime rendering is still good. It's like it's really good. Maybe it's more like yeah. I saw. So I was like when I started this, I was like okay, um, I don't want to think that I'm gonna have my expectation. I'm not gonna have my expectation too high. I'm gonna have my expectation the same as when I watch sometime rendering because when I watch sometime rendering when I watch summertime rendering it was good. But it's still like um it's like it's not like it's not the most hype series of all time, but it's still like it's something that people still should watch. You know, that's why it's like okay, maybe it's that kind of anime. When I watch it, I'm like okay, maybe Orb is also that kind of anime. You know? Because the thing is also like what's good also is that I don't really like art style of this game. Maybe it's not the most prettiest art style as well. That's why I'm like okay, I will have some doubts, you know. And then when I finally watch it, it's not like see how he said it. It's like everyone know the Earth is the center of the universe. So like that's how intense it was. Like it's just to start the system. How you start this?
Before that, Anime Girls. Thanks to today's sponsor, Girls Frontline 2 Exilium. Girls Frontline 2 Exilium is a 3D strategy RPG with a beautiful art style, utilizing the next-gen NPR and PBR technology. And if you didn't understand any of that, let me dumb it down for you. Ooh, they look good. Taking the role of commander, you and your tactical dolls
The thing is, the huge thing about this anime is that I used to like, not like, not I used to, but like I have this problem, and I'm like, I am very like, since I am like, since I watch so many anime now, I can like sometimes predict when some story is going because they sometimes use the same formula or same concept. Maybe like it's like okay, there's two branches going on. You're gonna either this person is gonna either gonna die or maybe he's not. And then like okay, but then sometimes like the thing is like it's like some plot point I can already like tell like if it's going somewhere, and it's kind of boring sometimes because you can predict if you can predict something and it's not like even though it's like the how do I say it, like, maybe it's not like the most obvious thing but it's like uh it's the how do you say it, it's like logically speaking the story is going to go this way. That's why it's like uh also like you can't be like just because you know you can't also be like just because people are gonna think the story is going to go that way, I as the story writer have to uh, make a different thing and make a make something to make the story like more interesting so that I have to like make it branch to somewhere else. That's why like it's not like that. The art is not like some what's really good about art is that it's not predictable but also like not in a way that's like in a bad way where some story is like it's like how do I say, maybe like darting in the franks maybe they're like they're like they're not as expected but it's also going somewhere like ridiculous. So always not that like that. That's why it's these things like also like they um the one thing that I also like is that a little spoiler. It's like okay, 1, 2, 3 in episode 4 or 5, the main character died, right? And I wouldn't like I wouldn't expect that, but it's also really cool that the story writer like take that direction as well. Take that risk as well. It's like you don't know where you're going with this D1. That's why I expect it. Okay, not spoiler again. Really? True. Because I feel like what I like about him is not like how good as a villain he is. It's more like he's such a human character. He's just trying. He's doing his job. That's all. That's all the story is. That's all his like thing is. Not just his, not belief, not only that, but more like he's doing it. It's just his job. But it's also like you think like doing this will also help the society to like stop having bad people. It's like if a police is doing something, trying to do something. Let's say if a police is trying to do something. Still, but it turns out it's not. The first episode is kind of funny in a way because it's kind of like I picture my friend. I have a friend that's so smart as well, and that's very smart as well. But I'm like, dude, if I'm as smart as this person, I would think like I would be like a father. So I would like, dude, this world is so easy. I just have to act like this. It's kind of funny. Out of all of them, I feel like I like the dynamic between Oxy and like I like their dynamic. So it's like they're rubbing up on each other. That sounds I give it something. It's like, dude, I guess I gotta do something. It's like, dude, when you see that, it's like, dude, I gotta do something. I can't do nothing now. I gotta do something now. I guess this is my life. Right. That's like the craziest shit I've ever done. Like, dude, you know what? If I know what, that's now heard that, maybe I'm like, what the fuck is this kid saying? First of all, but second of all, I'm like, dude, if it is truth, then I guess you are right. Whatever I say, whatever, whatever the hell, however, like, however I do it, however much I try to do it, I will not be able to stop it. Who says this in this? I mean, I don't think someone say it. Crap, there. No, like, dude, there's nobody's gonna say that. That's kind of stupid. That's kind of a stupid quote. This doesn't belong in this anime. Right? Also, it's not like, no, it's like, Alimo is not like trying to be like all, what is it called? What is it called? You don't believe in, you don't believe in God, what is it called? Atheist, right? Atheist. It's not like some kind of an atheist type of story. Because it's more like, you're not being like very dogmatic about this religion you're following. It's also not in the way that like, oh, everything knowledge is power. Only knowledge. But it's in the middle. They're like, okay, God created this, but also like it's kind of a mix of something because it's I call it like it's not it is showing religion in a good way because it's not trying to be like how do I say it? It's like sometimes some people work like very it's like in the story, right? In the story, the character like the Noah, for example, Noah because he thinks in the Bible, the like I think what was it? Because he thinks like learning about heaven is a sin. He should not do it. It's not like, but it turns out to be like, oh, the interpretation is different. That's the thing. Uh, Read at face value. So it's not like you follow a religion and be like very black on white about it. It's not being like how art is being like that. Like, maybe I'm so bad at explaining this because I mean, this is my like it's like no, you don't obtain knowledge from like everybody thought this is correct, this is wrong. No, you obtain knowledge from like knowing something or from like having a good perspective of each thing. And it's opposite,
Luke slams you on the ground. Thinking you were smart enough to know where the plot was taking you. Almost immediately, you realize the stakes are real and it is not here to fuck up.
That's what I'm trying to say. I was trying to say, people who are like blind believing in something is that. It's also like it's true in both ways. In religion, and it's also like being naive. You're like, okay, not only believing in whatever the facts in front of you, whatever the maths in front of you is correct, and it's kind of also wrong because technically even the math, is right, you don't need to believe. You don't need to believe that this thing that you do, this formula is correct. When it could probably be proven wrong in 50 years. This is the type of story where you're like, oh, turns out this mathematical equation is actually wrong or something. It's something similar. It's not obviously the story. When it's on the last two episode, I think it's already a different story. That's what I think. The last two episodes is a different thing than the first 23 episode. It's 25 episodes. Oh, yeah. So like 1 to 23 is A and 24 and 25 is like the people. I don't want to see it. They will be spoiled. See, I'm happy. I'm very happy. Stamina to play shinkansen. Also, the opening, every time it starts, I always see, but I can't. I skip any first two episodes, maybe. I don't know. I mean, in the third or fourth episode, I don't know. Maybe I skip it, but I think also, right, I usually when I watch anime, right, I usually use the time when the song starts to just take it back to maybe to the toilet, to maybe drink or maybe like focus on my food. Like when it comes on, I don't really like it at first because it's such a good song to sing. It sounds like an old song. It's a song that's made from a long time ago. With the how they sing it and how they talk about it. I still don't understand what they sing. Okay, but then like learn something new. This is okay, I understand. This is you. When you want to remember, when you want to remember, this is okay, I understand. When it's like I'm not okay. Dude, okay. I think that I don't know. I mean, like, how so much is fun? How so much is fun? You don't get like spoiled about the story, and you don't get spoiled about the experience of the story. But well, this is spoiled. This is spoiled. Exactly. I was like, dude, who is this guy? Who is this guy, bro? Who are you, bro? Like, bro, what's we're like back here. I was like, dude, there's no way he died that fast. There's no way. It's the first 4 episode. What do I want to do now? I don't really have the should I just talk about it? Maybe it's like I'll be honest, I've been wanting to play shinkansen since 2 days or 1 week ago. I don't remember. I didn't want to stream. If I'm streaming, while I got stream to be honest. Right? That's why like I don't know what to stream. Usually people who I watch it's stream flavor. They just react like this. They have to do yeah. Okay, I gotta say something. I just remember. Like, I've been thinking that ever since, I don't know, a few months ago, like half a year ago, I don't know, I've only been like, mostly on the internet. Any internet, obviously, like, since I'm like mostly internet only, not mostly, but at least like 98% of the time, I only interact with, English, and English. That's all. Like, when I'm talking with my friends, with everyone in the world. Like when I go outside, and I talk with someone, and I'm like, oh, I'm honest. It's so bad. It's so bad. My was so stupid. My was so stupid. I'm bad. I'm bad at my mother language as well. What the fuck? There you go. Like maybe it's because like I feel like maybe it's because I've only been like interacting with English thing, like everything like in English in the internet, and also like when I talk to myself as well. I only like not talk to myself loudly like this, but more like when I'm in my thoughts, I like use English most of the time. Oh, one boxes. Or this. What the actually is like that takes a while. Decided okay. In Twitter right now. Oh my god. In Twitter right now, my timeline because that one thing. There's this one thing that says something about SpongeBob. It's like it's a great thing. It's like something to it's a great thing in a way to like, oh okay, now everyone that's going to vote it gonna have like 50,000 likes because they post something funny and it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, this thing is my like top one favorite cartoon. Like I still laugh whenever I watch this. And the thing is I'm kinda like I mostly watch this anime in the oh the subtitle isn't shown. I just realized. My bad. Anyway. Oh, well. Okay, so like, this is my top one character of all time. And I'm like, obviously, whenever we see the funny clips, oh, SpongeBob, I'm gonna watch it. It's like the algorithm finally understand, finally like learn that, oh, this like SpongeBob. It's like everything is SpongeBob now. It's like every tweet is SpongeBob now. Like look at this shit. Like, can you see that? I don't even know if you can see, but it's 4, 5. It's like what the hell? 5 tweets in a row. It's all SpongeBob. I know I like it. It's not. It's still okay. They know. No. Good question. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Some is yeah, this start to yeah. Did like like okay, I grew up a big most of my life watching SpongeBob in my own language, right? In Bahasa Indonesia. But I'm closing like right now. Like it's I'm about to be like I'm about to like the English version much better because obviously first of all the voice actors are the same from the first until like maybe the current season as well. Everyone is the same. And second of all, it's also like definitely they have more talented voice actors. Not saying that the ones from Bahasa Indonesia is bad, but it's more like obviously like it's one thing when you do this like when you do this um, learning when you learn about this craft and then you do the job and then there's this thing like no one in Indonesia like learn how to be a voice actor. There's probably no school of voice actor in India before this, right? So like it's kind of like they always change like fucking Google TV bro. Fucking hell. Why you have to change? And yeah, I think there's like at least five SpongeBob voice actor. There are 5 SpongeBob voice actor in this Indonesia version. Like they keep changing it, and I like it because I'm like, dude, I'm already fond of the old one, and I'm like, oh okay, I'm already kind of liking the second voice actor. No, we're gonna change it. Like fucking hell, not just SpongeBob stuff. Pretty much. Yeah. It's kind of funny thinking about it because like Slickman is supposed to be an artist. You know, he's supposed to be an artist. He can't. He don't have imagination. I think that's kind of stupid. He is a bad. You know, he's a bad artist. What? That's wrong. It's just stupid. Okay. It's just, I go. Hmm. I like it. I like this. I like this. Okay. 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 That's a good. That's a good. This time will be good. That's not good. This one. Dude, I in this I can change my perspective on spoken It's gonna, it's gonna be stupid, imagine the next few weeks I'm gonna be like, dude, this thing, you know why? You know why SpongeBob acts like this? It's because he is this thing. And then why do you ask? Why do you think I know? Because Alex Bell told me. Because Alex Bell told me. Like who? My friend like who is Alex Bell? Well, he's a YouTuber first of all, but I don't know who is he in the part of the SpongeBob show. No, he's not part of them. He's not part of the creator, but he has some good, he has some good ideas. He has some good reasoning. And you gotta. Wow. I went to college. Wait, this is deep before sacrifice on that's sorry. True. I think because it is used in Doubtful Skin too. Just a big smash for one can add a smash more. I gotta watch this. or or maybe it's a cartoon made for entertainment. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The thing is, one thing I really like is that he really uses like time researching in to find something that's like nothing. That's not something you something you know, something you know as a normal fan. Like it's like I don't even watch this thing. 'Cause obviously, it's not in my it's not in my TV. So I'm using Bahasa Indonesia, right? They're definitely not gonna get this kind of thing. Yeah, not just specifically the director, but also everyone who works in like the movie industry in general. They gotta need to know, yeah, about something. Like if you're, let's say I'm a filmmaker. If I'm being filmed, I'll most likely definitely know that I am being filmed by others. Like oh, this is camera. This camera is doing something, obviously. Maybe they're different after all. Maybe all four of these guys are different. And this guy is an Albert guy. If only they have this like specific thing that they give like explanation towards when in the newer episode. But sometimes I feel like I don't watch more season. Well, first of all, maybe it's because I don't watch once. I don't watch like most of them, but like
Is one
I
of the
still
most
feel like it's
dangerous
mostly
mindsets you can
sometimes
have, no matter
the
what that
characters are
belief
more
is.
one
And that, I
and
think,
also like
is one of the
what I
most
don't like is
important
that Street
messages
Wars
we
is
all
different
need
from
to
that
hear.
and
In a time when it feels
current
like the
season.
world
And
could
also
never be more
Patrick as
divided,
well.
when
It's
no
very tragic because
Patrick,
Patrick's my
to
favorite
fear.
character.
In a
It's
time when it
SpongeBob.
feels
And
like the
SpongeBob
world
and
could
Patrick
never be more divided,
and
when
Patrick in earlier season, um, SpongeBob, with Patrick in earlier season is uh, who is he? He's not just like um, just like some kind of like someone with very low IQ, not someone that just oh this is just someone with 30 IQ or 9 IQ. No, it's not like that. It's just how do I say? It's just sometimes he's doing questionable things. But sometimes what I like more is that it's the way that he sometimes like no one knows this, no